Oh my God. Media team, why do you have to set me up like this? See me giving signals. Video, are we live? Anyways, everybody, since the media team has decided to show me up like this, well, we're here. Thank you for joining me on this YouTube channel. If you're here for the first time, I welcome you. Um, we have like a special today. Yeah, impromptu but special. In fact, the reason we're a little late in our streaming is because there's a lot of improvisation today. The second camera will be my phone. We're using it for wide angle. Guys in tech, our media team comes up with ideas like this to compensate for the fact that they won't just repair simple things like a cable when it's not working. I'm not going to mention names. So, Okuchi, how you doing? But anyway, how was your day? Good to see you all. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Apostolos is upon us. Apostolos is coming. So, just in case you don't know, Apostolos is my debut gospel music album, and it's going to be released days from now. In fact, we'll begin to show you sounds from the album beginning 22nd of this month, which is Friday. Friday, right? All right. So Friday, we're going to release one of the videos, and then days after another video, and days after another video. Then, voila, the whole album will be out on all audio platforms. All the major ones. Okay, I'm not really sure the platforms that Android users use, but I'm sure it'll be out on all. I'm sure. I'm just playing. It's going to be out and available for everyone. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Do so right now. I'm still going to talk a bit more about Apostolos, but I can't wait to introduce my guest. There's someone, sitting right beside me, and the energy is just incredible. I'm smitten by her beauty, and she's the lady in, well, almost red. Put your hands together
It's
for
orange.
Laju Iro.
Orange
Almost.
is the new red.
Orange is the new red, isn't it?
Hi everyone. Good evening, Pastor. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm just in my, that I'm like quiet, once in a while quiet mood.
50 days of prayer mode. Or tiredness.
Well, that's.
How do you do that?
I'm good. I'm very
I
good.
know it's to my advantage that you're in this mood, so that I can,
You can
since
tell your
because
version of the
time,
truth.
Exactly. The first time we did how we met, I think we've done it twice or so. But I know you've told a lot of half-truths on your channel. So this is some form of a setup. I have like some serious questions to ask you. So I just want you to be ready.
No problem. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. A lying tongue is but for a moment. Not that you are lying,
It
Apostle.
just feels
But
like you're
truth-
about to lie. Just
But truth
without
endures
introduction.
forever. I'm quoting scripture, sir.
Anyways, very good to have you, and thank you for being here despite short notice.
As always.
Whatever. Hey, we live together.
Watch the next time
We
person
live
tells
to-
me thank you for being on my channel. You see, say despite short notice. Just watch
we live
and
together.
see.
How much notice do you need?
Oh, do I talk about how much notice I give you to be on my channel, or notice I give you
How
for
much notice do you give me
to
be
be
your
on my channel? At least 2 weeks.
Me, Emmanuel Ire.
Notice to
2 weeks.
we are outside. Let me know.
That's
Talk.
short. No. Let's.
Do you say? Do you say that?
I'm Emmanuel Ire. Listen, now see finish.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
We share a
Do you know?
bed.
Do you know who I
They
am?
tell me 2 weeks.
Do you know who I am?
Let me guess your
Pastor
last-
Iren's wife.
But that's
Do,
what.
do you know? Like
You see, you're awesome and
the
all,
person
but
that
how
released the
dare you?
hottest. How dare I'm
Like
standing
2
up,
weeks.
please. Beg now.
See finish.
Have you heard of Apostolos? The apostle of Apostolos. That's my husband.
Okay, and that's the person you think you need 2 weeks to invite.
I don't know. Like, do you like? I'm
My
PL.
dear, just,
do you know?
just
do you know who
5
PL is?
hours notice is enough for me. I will show up for you, and I will do it without complaining
Do-
and telling all your your viewers, that you gave me.
This is
brought
being recorded, right?
on short notice.
I'm going to replay this for you.
You have replaced.
How many
Don't
things have I
worry.
asked you for this week that you told me my notice is short?
I don't know what you're talking
You don't
about.
dey lie now. You never
No,
even
no, no.
reach the
I
topic.
admitted I'm a Mandalorian. Like you need to give me notice. I didn't say that. I just said 2 weeks
Please,
is
let's
not
get to the
long
topic
enough.
of today. I have only a limited time to be here on this channel. I need to go home and get some rest.
You are home with me, baby. No place to run.
Oh yeah, talk.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not looking at you anyhow. You are the one looking at me.
No, they don't know the look, but I know
You are
the
the
look.
one that has to look.
I mean, isn't it cute? 8 years after, you're still smitten. Don't worry, I love you too. I love you too very much. Anyways, I have a bunch of questions for you. Yes.
I thought you said you came with the truth.
Media team, this wide angle is a little awkward. I don't know if it's possible to zoom in a little and maybe take it from here. Before it remains small, if I show the rug, the entire. Anyways,
All right.
don't worry, I'm not going to bring it up. I mean,
Apostolos is coming, by the way.
Apostolos is
Can
coming.
your spouse sing? Don't answer that.
No, my spouse can't sing.
So you have to put
Not
some
to save her
respect.
life.
You have to put some respect on my name.
Okay. Has your spouse released the movie yet?
Well, not yet.
Well, now faith is. Oh my God.
What are we talking about today? Let's get to the topic, please.
Well, I said all of that to say thank you for joining me on this channel. It's quite a pleasure to have you. I hope Uncle Chi's head is not showing. Let me check. Okay, it's not showing. Technology. He's bowing right in front. But anyway, that's nice. The camera lens must be very good to avoid the huge circumference of your cranium. All right, let's get right to it. So, how we met.
How we met.
So first and foremost, I mean, I've been hearing rumors. You've been telling people, yeah, friend zone, all those kind of things, And then we've had, arguments in the past. First and foremost, I think that the moment I saw you, I knew that there was something extraordinary about you, fireworks and all of that.
There is something extraordinary about me.
Yeah, nobody did drag them with you. I know now. I literally just said, yeah, I knew it from the moment I saw you. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
A big deal. Calm down.
Because
now, no
anytime we
problem
want to do how we
now.
met, you go to do like say no.
No, you they fall for me. No, okay. Just
I'm
say
a big deal.
You are a big deal.
Establish that in righteousness.
you are a big deal.
Oh yeah, you can talk now.
All right. How did you meet me?
I met you. Okay, the first time I saw you was different from the
8
first
years
time I met
after.
you. It's not 8 years
No,
ago. we met, though.
no. Like after we got married. I hope you are still not. You always tell the story the same way. I saw the short guy that can pray. You have to come up with new.
Are you saying I should change how we met? Because we've been together for long. Does
No.
that add up?
I'm saying you've been a pastor long enough to admit, like, I wasn't that short.
You are very short.
But
like
you don't have the
dots.
right to.
And this hair is even adding 1 inch.
Nigerian.
Then you were swimming inside your
Have
suit.
you ever been taller than me?
No, but you were really
Oh,
short.
you took a moment to think about that.
Like, you were just short.
No, it's quite an observation to make from way down there.
Were you short or not?
I was short, but but you of all people,
But you
know,
were, and you were short for a guy,
and you were very short at the time.
for a girl.
Yes, for a girl, by any standard.
Well, that's not what you noticed, but me, I noticed your shortness.
Go ahead.
So it was, I think I've told the story time and time again. The first time I saw you was around the first time I met you. First time I saw you, I didn't have the privilege
Why are
of
you
meeting
differentiating?
you.
You want to blur the
No,
lines. You want
no,
to color
no.
the truth. All right, go ahead.
But I didn't have the privilege of meeting you the first time I saw you.
Okay.
But I'll never forget. It was a service day. We were at Covenant University. It
Why don't you
was.
speaking to the mic, or is it picking a mic?
I have to look into your eyes so that
No
it will be
problem.
more romantic.
Okay.
We were at Covenant
So
University.
that
I
the
think
lie
it
will
was
be more
no,
romantic.
I'm not lying now.
Okay.
It was either a Wednesday or a Thursday. Is that accurate so far? What did
Either
you used to have
Wednesday or-
service?
Well, even
100 and 200 level service.
the clock is right twice a day. So I mean, if you say, I Either Tuesday or Thursday. How many days day a week now?
Anyway, it was sharp 100 and 200 level service.
Yes.
And I was sitting at Love Entrance. I happened to be late, even though I'm not usually late for chapel service. And there was this guy, he was taking opening prayer. That's around the time I entered church. And I was like, who is this short, cute pastor that can pray very well? I had not even I hadn't seen you before then, but the pastor came to mind, short and cute, and the fervency, and I felt so, seriously, I felt so blessed to just be.
You see, when
there.
Jesus said, "He who is without sin cast the first stone," it's a real thing, because somehow it beat the people who are guilty of something that are more likely to notice. How dare you notice that someone oh my God,
I'm
you're
guilty
noticing
of
short
being
people.
short. Does that make you less guilty of being short? It's just like
No,
salvation.
it's just the audacity. for me.
Somebody has committed one sin, another person has committed 10. Does it make the other person less
Okay, we were
guilty?
both short,
Mm-hmm.
but you were a lot shorter.
But it was more obvious. Your shortness was more obvious
Why?
to me.
From the platform.
Was my shortness obvious to you?
Yes.
But you don't talk about it as much. So
That's-
it was
that's
not
what-
as
that's my
obvious
point
to
now.
you. That's not
Now
what.
you short part. Now you dey talk about that.
Okay, that's what occurred to me at the time. Who is this short, cute pastor that can pray very well? And I can't change history no matter how much I love you, and no matter how taller you've grown, and how many inches your hair has added to your handsome face.
All right.
But that was not the first time I
think
met him.
I think.
The first time I met him is what he's about to say, I think.
No. Well, the first time I saw you, I don't think it was the first time we met.
Eh?
Yeah.
It was the first time you saw me.
Devotion coordinators meeting.
No, we met after the meeting.
Did we?
Yeah, we met after that meeting.
Okay, the first real meeting we had was when we were taking a stroll from sports
Yeah, that
complex.
was, yeah, so,
First and foremost, all of this we were talking about was in our undergraduate days. So,
yeah.
So there's this group of students. The aim of the group was to equip students to lead prayers and maybe a short charge once in a while in class, just before lectures begin. So we call it devotion coordinators, or it was called devotion coordinators. So I went for the meeting, and then she was at the meeting as well. And well, I checked her out a bit. Yeah, she doesn't look bad, And then they invited her to give a charge. And
Talk now.
and that charge, well, first and foremost, I'm her pastor. I've done a very, very good job. So the charge was before I met her. I think I don't have to say more than that.
The charge was very fiery, but proved that I had a lot to learn.
Yeah,
You see how many
that's,
counts demanded
that's
today?
putting it mildly. You proved that, okay, now you said what you thought when you saw me, Abi. You're not in my mind.
I had talk now.
Anyway, I still want to happy.
Everybody will go home. You will still
At
be
the
here.
end of the day, it was the passion for me. Like the fact that with the limited information, you were so passionate and eloquent.
Oh my
No, it really
goodness.
touched me. It was actually, I mean, it was actually really nice. I remember what you preached to.
I remember what I preached.
Okay.
I don't remember it enough to want to repeat it, but I remember I remember it quite well.
Pretty honest of you. So, well, now,
But when did we meet?
Wait,
Was it after that
wait.
meeting?
just a bit of chronology.
Okay.
Your experience, me leading prayer, was it before that meeting or after?
It was before.
Okay, good. So you noticed me and crushed on me before we met. You checked me out.
I don't know if the first time was a crush. I just
Okay,
thought
but that's
this
why I
was
said
the
you
first
checked
time.
me out now. What were your thoughts? Who is this?
Short,
You emphasize the short.
cute, pastor.
So
that
now
can
we're
pray.
leading hot prayer, so and you were like cute.
Short, cute.
Is that-
Spiritual leadership was always has
When
always
you are
been a
supposed to
turn on
be
for
pressing
me.
into
So,
realms,
I was now.
touching mysteries.
How many people in that meeting now have pressed into the realms in this marriage? That have
You
pressed
ran.
in realms?
Now you're an Irene. Oh my God. Oh, that's so deep. Oh my God.
All right. So I think it was after the Visions Coordinators meeting that we now spoke, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
And then there was, I think, when Sports Complex was being few months or a few weeks later, when I was in 100 level, you went to 100. When
So I think my first question now would be
Mm.
this: do you think it would have been a distraction had we started dating before graduation?
that's like what you used to. Let me just be honest. So you want me to answer every question honestly? I don't know. That's what my husband used to toast me later on because he didn't ask me out on time. He was he was busy.
God, based on
Wait,
your understanding
wait,
of
no, don't give me that. So he didn't ask me out and he knew I had a crush on him. He now entered a relationship
oh,
like this.
that's some honesty. Okay.
He now entered a relationship like this.
What do you
So
mean I didn't ask you out on time?
so
When I was interested, I asked you out.
anyway, so he uses that one to console himself that if he had asked me out earlier, the relationship would not have worked.
Based on your
And
understanding
because
of
I love him and I
Kairos.
honor him and I submit to him, I just
Oh
agreed.
God! Based on your understanding
But
of
since you are being
Kairos,
honest today, I
this
don't know.
Kairos we preach all the time.
Mm.
Based on your understanding of God's divine timing and schemings, and just common sense, do you believe that all things work together for good as it pertains to the timing of our dating and engagement? Nigerian answer. God
You
is
want to
hearing.
use theology, whine me.
Okay.
I think that everything eventually worked
Without
out.
no.
Despite the weaknesses of some people to ask their babe
Jesus
out on
Christ.
time. But
What
God
if-
still did it.
What if I asked this question without ulterior motive? Honestly speaking, I did. Jesus.
But you mentioned that it might have been distracting if we had been dating
Yeah.
while we were in school. That's also possible. Another thing was, okay, to be fair and sincere,
Ah,
God also actually asked me not to enter a relationship
This
while I
is
was in school.
our everyday banter in this house. I'm telling you.
But I'm usually the more understanding one.
Wait,
As you
say
guys
that
can
again.
see.
God said what?
God actually asked me not to enter a relationship when I was in school.
Really?
Yeah. I think maybe he said that because you didn't ask me out on time. So it was like,
No, don't be you go tell God why you say what you say.
so
Ah,
this is the untold story. You say you want to hear them to hear everything.
you see,
So
just
let's
imagine you
say everything.
explaining why God said something.
Just imagine you explaining why you did not ask me out on time as Kairos.
No,
I really enjoyed this live with you. Do you
I
have more
didn't see this
questions?
coming at all. I'm already tired. I didn't see this.
But I truly believe that we started dating at the time we were supposed to start dating. Though after all the pulling of your legs.
Seriously,
Yeah.
what do you think about? Is there such a thing as dating prematurely, and how much time do you think intending couples should put into the talking stage? And
I think that you can spoil a good thing with the wrong timing. Like I think that you actually can. So there's really no hard and fast rule. It's not cast in stone. I think it's important to be led and to be patient. Important to be led and to be patient. You were already quite popular when you were in school, and people also knew me as well. So if we were dating when we were undergraduates, the pressure might have been a lot. Because even towards graduation, when we were not even dating, when we were just liking each other, there was already a lot of pressure. People asking, people wanting to know every time. People, do you understand? And
Each time we just took a walk,
Yeah.
everybody was just. There was this aura, I guess.
and I think that many people started dating in school and feel like they must keep it up because everybody knows they are dating, and then sometimes there's just a lot of pressure on very young relationships. So I think it was good that we began our relationship, our romantic relationship, when we had already graduated and had the opportunity to really grow in private.
All right, so I just in passing, that's not what this is really about. This is about us, but I just want to say this.
Hey, I love you.
Oh my God! Stop the record. Stop the record. Anyway, I love you too.
I know.
Oh, all right. So I just want to say that sometimes even the most well-intending people hit a brick wall, and then breakfast is served, if you know what I mean. Just for our international audience, when we say breakfast, we don't actually mean the first meal of the day. We mean,
The last meal of
heartbreak.
the relationship.
Exactly, like heartbreak, last supper.
Eh.
Yeah, so I mean, we mean heartbreak, and it's a real thing, and it's it's difficult to handle, as a young person. Difficult, and it can affect your studies. It can affect a lot of things, and just like Pio just brilliantly said, you can ruin a good thing when you try to manage it at the wrong time. So I think that timing is very important. Excuse me. Sorry. Easier said than done, though. I know the butterflies and everything, and all of that. But sometimes you just have to realize that you're doing this to save something that you love. I don't know why I'm saying this, because someone listening to me might be in that position right now. Sometimes getting in at the right time might determine if it will last or not. Timing really is important, and I believe not as an excuse.
No. I agree with you, because there's
That
definitely a maturity. Even when we
yes,
started dating, and during the
we're
course
still
of our
so
courtship,
young.
we're still so young, and there were still a lot of challenges we faced as a result of our age, right, or our lack of experience in some
And
areas.
then from when we started dating, it was already intense, to to this celibate, to be so if it was longer, anyway, we'll never know.
Yeah, it's true.
I
I
trust.
I get you, Sha.
Yeah.
But how does somebody stay away from this
Oh my God, you
for
you are
of this
you are
video?
increasing this tension in this place. You better be careful there. Be careful right
You
there.
better be careful. Sorry.
Oh, that
Please, if
song
you are
by
in CCI Ikeja, this song I learned it by for research.
okay, it's by Don Juan.
Yes.
All right. Anyways, question number 2. I want to talk about. I find it intriguing where you first saw me, where I first saw you, and how that has led to where we are today.
Mm.
So, the first time you saw me, I was doing the Lord's work. The first time I saw you, you were doing the Lord's work.
Aww.
Actually, So, I mean, I think it's very. So, I just want us to chime in a bit on. A lot of people don't realize this, that the kind of person you want to spend the rest of your life with would determine where to look.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want fish, you look in the river,
Mm.
in the ocean. If you want monkeys, you check on the trees. So it's just a rule of nature. All right. You want something, look at the natural habitat, where that thing is likely to be found. And so if you want a God-fearing spouse, look at where God-fearing people are. So here you are on serious about church, and listen, I know church hurt. I know that not even all churches are in the will of God and all of that, but I just can't take away the fact that doing God's work brought us together.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk about
I
it.
think that that's an excellent point. And it's not just about where to look, it's also about where you yourself find yourself. Because it's one thing to say, okay, I'm just going to go to those places to look.
For your sake, I go church. Oh.
Eh-heh.
There are a lot of people like that.
And
They don't go to church normally. That song by that brother.
yeah. It's like it's Don Juan's mentee.
Yes, that is Michael W. Smith.
Right? Are you
For your
featuring him on
sake, I go
Apostles?
no. So I mean, there are people like that. The fact that you see someone in church doesn't mean he's.
Yeah. So choosing a life partner isn't just dependent on where you're looking. It's also dependent on who you are and what you're spending your time doing. If you are a fish yourself, just to use the analogy you use, it's easier for you to identify your type of fish. But if you're only going there just to look, it's easier for you to be deceived. So I think that many times you will find the right person, quote and unquote, when you yourself are immersed in the right place doing the Lord's work. And then eventually the things that brought us together, for example, even though Of course, I liked you and you liked me. But the things that made us spend time together over the years during the course of our friendship, before eventually we entered into the relationship, was ministry. Like we were like, oh, there was there was YDDF. Then there was from YDDF and devotion coordinators. You said, oh, I want to start the Triumph 30, the Triumphant Youth.
By
Fellowship.
the way, did you join this ministry? You've always believed in this ministry.
Yeah. Ask now.
You've always believed in this.
Is it that you're afraid of my honesty?
No, don't worry.
But I think that
It's just the chronology of
whether
it
I
all.
joined because of you or I joined because of the work, I mean.
No, just the timeline. It's like that day you walked to me and say you wanted to learn how to hear God. Don't worry.
I think that it was all interwoven. Of course, I
Okay.
liked you, but it was beyond that. I wasn't just pursuing the work because of you.
Definitely not.
So,
I mean, you were already in the Lord's work before I met you. So.
and then even when things didn't work out with us at the initial level, I was still there. In fact, I was now even more committed.
Now, when you put it that way, they will feel.
They'll feel like you broke my heart, but I still stayed. to serve him.
I didn't break your heart, for God's.
Now your heart have been at my
Laju.
heart. What's all this?
Oh.
I really love this live video. Like I like the way things are going
Nigerian
my way.
now.
Okay, but you broke my heart.
Oh no,
now.
we didn't date now.
Then that does not mean I was not heartbroken. Now let's move on.
Okay, you were heartbroken and I broke your heart. They are two different things. They were two different things, I beg.
Okay, I felt heartbroken by you.
So wait, hell, Jesus Christ. So there was
Wait,
this.
now let's talk about
Wait
ministry. Now, why
there
you
was a
say
situation.
justify Should we just say everything that happened
There was a situationship.
between me and you,
Yes,
due to no
because
fault of yours at all? Or
No,
was there a fault of
no.
yours?
I was in a relationship and I was faithful.
No. I liked you.
Eh.
You liked me.
Hey,
Before you now entered the relationship.
but you say if the guy has not categorically told you I like
Oh
you.
yeah, wait. Okay, let me ask you. After all these years, did you like me that time before you entered that relationship?
No, I mean, no. Like, what do you mean before I entered that relationship? There was already something since SS3. Wait now.
This one, we are invoking the ancestors. SS3.
Since SS3, I was faithful and loyal. So I saw someone very, very.
And then I moved on. When you said you were dating somebody else, I moved on, but I still stayed. Meaning that I didn't stay because of you. I stayed
When you
because
put
of
it that way, you still stayed. Like, what do you want? As how you're trying to make me look bad.
Okay, let me also make myself look bad. When I realized
No, let me also make myself look good. Wait. As in, even if I saw you, I was still faithful to the promises I had made. So this is the thing. I liked someone in SS2 when I was in SS3. Hold on now. And I wanted to date, but the person's mom said no. Oh,
you are
when
going to say everything in
Yes.
your life. Just because I said you broke my heart.
Yes, so that they don't have the wrong idea. Wait.
Oh my God, I'm not dead.
You see, this is how some people say he broke my heart. That's how they carry narratives
But you
on
broke
Twitter.
my heart now.
I did not break your heart in Jesus'
I
name.
tell
What's
them
wrong with
what
you?
happened.
And so the person's mom said she wasn't going to let her date anybody till she was in 200 level. So I
Why are we
waited.
sharing everything with this
No, I waited. And so
Eh.
even if I saw you, I was focused. So that's what happened.
You were
And then that
focused.
relationship just didn't work out,
And around the time you were in the relationship, I was no longer interested in you, but I was still interested in the ministry.
No, you were not like you were no longer interested
I
in
was
me.
not
You
now.
just looked forward because
You
you
go there,
discovered.
I said I was not interested in you again. I was trying to ministry.
Was it before or after you discovered I was in a relationship?
After I discovered you were in a relationship. I was no longer interested in you.
Okay, no problem.
But you know that to be true now.
I know that to be.
So why would I be looking at somebody?
No, but no, can they talk and I say, why you say I was no longer interested?
What the hell?
Okay, you too. I was not interested in you.
You were interested. That's
No,
why you
you
kept
had
begging
it.
me to date you.
No, now.
After you broke
That was
up.
after. That was after I broke up. And now we're not interested in each other. Why do you have to say I was you was no longer interested? We're not interested in each other. I was in a relationship. You moved
Well, we
on.
are friends. And so even in the times when
In fact, that friendship, we're ministry partners.
But we're friends.
Yes.
And so even in the time where the liking thing was not really a common factor, the work was a common factor.
Yeah.
Triumph 30 was a common factor. The meetings we held.
And I was always very intrigued about the faith you had in this ministry. It always intrigued me.
I think that that's the reason why I have very strong convictions of you as my pastor, because whether or not there was a relationship element, regardless of whose fault it was, we can talk about that from now till tomorrow. There was always a knowing that this was a man called by God to be my pastor, to speak over my life. It was always so clear to me.
Always fascinated me. I'll never forget one day you came to me and you had suggestions on things that we could do better, and it was like a gentle challenge. Like, we're not. I don't even know if you remember that. So, we need to do this better, do this better, do this. This is not, And when you left, I was just like, wow. At the time, no butterflies. But I was just like, this is quite some lady. In fact, I believe that at that particular time, you had more faith in the ministry than I did. Oh yes,
there was such a time.
Yeah, because academics had been very demanding at that particular time. Just a brief moment. And that particular meeting was a wake-up call. So I'll never forget. Yes.
I can't remember.
Anyway, so I was just like, wow, this is.
I think that my convictions about ministry and us doing ministry together have been longer than even my convictions about us being in a relationship together. I won't mention what I said, but can you remember something I said around the time when we were about to graduate?
But there was something you said. Don't say
it.
Okay. I was saying, that thing touched me.
It touched you. But yeah,
Do you know what I'm even talking about?
I know what I'm talking about.
Graduation.
That
thing was deep.
And the thing
And
is
I was
that
like,
as deep as it
God
was,
saved me.
So we're not the only ones here. Let's talk about what people can relate to.
All right. Sorry, we enjoy each other's company. Anyways, there was a question you didn't
answer. What was it, Seth? I was just looking into your eyes and I got lost.
Oh, yeah, slow down. Before I tear your shirt. All right. So,
Please, I'm a pastor. I don't like all this.
When you get 2 children.
Actually, I have 3.
Yeah.
By
I mean,
grace,
biologically,
through
that
faith.
you gave birth to. I'm talking about, Anyways, so I think you're talking about finding the right person in the kind of place where
Yes.
right people are found.
That's beautiful. So I think it's important for you as a single person to really be particular about purpose and about your assignments and about doing what God will have you do. I think that if you would just, especially as
And
a
what we're
young
talking
person-
about is so related to that, because at the end of the day, we had found purpose.
before finding each other.
Exactly. And that
And
was
in a way, it kind of even led us to each other.
Yes. So I really think that's powerful. And cliche as it may sound, almost every Christian relationship expert, when they're talking about this, keep talking about the fact that Adam was about his work before God said it's not good that man should be alone.
Yeah, so it wasn't that he was just like, oh my God, that my life is going to start when I have a better half.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with you on that.
Okay. I want us to talk about our engagement. Oh my God. Listen, I don't really know what you've seen on the internet. Our engagement, it trumps and it beats them all. I mean, all. All. I mean, you might have seen videos about people using helicopters, throwing petals.
Oh my God, talk now.
No, now, like, you see the way she's blushing. I think it's just memories.
I think that I think what was most important to me was to marry you.
When a lady says what was most important to me, just know that.
No, even until I don't even think that, I don't know if I would change it for anything if I had a choice. You engaged me, we were both in you engaged me when we were both in NYS, or you asked me to marry you when we were both in NYS uniform.
The thing was, it was
On
excitement
both
too.
knees, in the parlor,
Wait now.
I
Why?
loved it.
This is another thing you keep emphasizing. Both knees. Eh, I didn't watch enough clip. I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
mind.
No. I watched enough
I
clip.
think because you're Pastorian
Wait,
and you're
wait.
cool, you just assume that. I don't mind. I liked it. I liked your
I
naivety
know.
and your
Hi.
just your heart. It was the heart for me, like just the heart. And it's not
Being on
just,
both knees can't be like say I beg you, Sha.
you
But
begged me to marry you on both knees. The angels were there. The
Don't
angels
put
that
it
follow
like
you
that.
up and down. They
the
were all
chair you were
there.
sitting on was extra low. So going on one
Else,
knee.
which
was it
extra
gonna-
low?
It was extra low.
If it was not extra low, you would have been on one knee.
Yes. I don't even know why. Last year. I forgive you.
This is how you know
Please sit down. They can't see you.
They can't see me. Uncle Chief, sorry.
Please stop this. I already regret. Don't
No
do this.
regrets now.
Ah!
The reason why I like that engagement.
They can't
was-
hear you.
The reason why I like the engagement was like you're not always the most vulnerable, and it was a vulnerable moment.
No.
And I loved
don't
it.
make her like say I they cry, I they calm down.
I'm your
It was
wife.
just-
It's okay. Just admit and move on. You nailed down on
No.
both needs. I loved it. I'm happy. I married you. It's okay.
No, but it was really gangster. Like we're having lunch.
Do you want me to lie?
Wait now.
Okay, let me just like.
We're
Tell me
ha-
what you want me to say. Let me say.
We're having lunch. Wait now.
Okay.
Were we having lunch?
I can't remember.
And then.
When you say we're having lunch, we did for my mama house. You came to visit me.
Eh now your
When you say
mom.
we're having lunch, as if you carried me to Korea. I said we're having lunch. I carry on.
So we can't have lunch in your mom's house.
Lunch, okay, we had lunch that I cooked.
Why you distress me now?
Distress me.
Anyways, we're having lunch.
Mm.
I had this engagement ring. I had gone to buy it. No, it wasn't. Now there we go fight.
It was big now.
It wasn't very big.
It was very big. You know, it was not the one I wore.
Oh, you have small fingers.
Something not be my size. I say it's big.
Do you know I
have
didn't
small
even know
fingers.
that?
You bought the one that had 3 stones on it.
Do you know I didn't even know that rings had
Had
size?
sizes. And now the thing was quite big. And the next day we now went out bike
Even
to
though
the
regardless upon still.
island.
Just so you know, some people who used to swim, you know, and put ring inside shawarma, their relationship, many of them don't break. It don't break. Do you know what it means to use parachutes, climb down from Himalayas? You're flying like this every night. The relationship break.
It's not.
Some of them now. So please.
Anyway, I have. You won't get any complaints from me as regards our engagement. I loved it.
Thank you, but I just want to explain my side of the story. So, listen, I was actually meant to come home with the ring, plan something out, but you know when you have a secret that is hard to keep. So it was in my pocket, and I was just like,
You just came back.
I just said,
from-
what if I just engage you right now?
And I actually loved it because I was pleasantly surprised.
Eh.
And you just came back from, was it Kwara? So Pastor K called you just a few minutes after. And I said, PK, why are you calling my fiance? And PK was
PK
like,
said, what?
he has asked you already.
You have done it. You never even see the ring. Anyway,
Oh my
that's
God.
it. Well,
But I loved it too, and I love you.
he's still single, so doesn't count.
Oh well. Can't argue with that. PK is not going to kill me.
Oh my god. Okay, next question. Oh god. Yeah, so what people want versus what people need. I just feel like sometimes and this is a spin-off question from the engagement scenario. I mean, it was romantic because it was original, but every other thing, I mean, just straight up, I like you, you know. Apart from the fact that it was on both knees.
I'm not complaining.
Exactly, and all of that, you know. But some people, I think that they emphasize the sparks and everything. Some people, they look for someone who is picture perfect, has everything except what is really actually needed. So, how how are we supposed to create that balance?
I think that, like I talk about this.
Especially because of, I mean, the constant images that they're bombarded with on social media. You want a model who doesn't cook and who doesn't clean. I'm not saying that. This is not an argument on gender roles and all of that. But at the same time, some people are not just ready,
Mm.
to build a home, have a family, and all of that.
I was watching a video just today, and the voiceover said, "It's our generation. They want a God-fearing Yahoo Yahoo boy." And and was it? Oh, they used a swear word, but like an ASHAAWO
Yeah.
with Jesus vibes.
Yeah.
I think that, like, I talk about it in Dating Intelligently, and every time I get to speak on relationships, but it's always important to. Sorry, what did you? That it's always important to go
You
first
good?
for the. Yeah, I'm fine. I think I'm just tired and the lights are a lot. To go first for the non-negotiables. And for me, I think that's the reason why I was attracted to you. First was you love the Lord, and it was obvious, it was evident, right? So of course there was the cute, but there was also pastor that can pray very well. So I think that it's important that you look out for character, you look out for faith, you look out for somebody who actually loves you as a person, not just what you can give them per se, but loves you and is willing to go all the way to support you. And I think one of the reasons why I chose you, for example, it was beyond how romantic you had the ability to be. You do have ability to be romantic at times, but it was just the fact that if I was doing something, you were showing up to be there for me. When I had my first outreach for my NGO at the time, Have You Eaten? I'll never forget.
I
You
want to
came.
interject. Okay, continue.
I'll never forget you came and you gave me. It was actually 1,000 in an envelope, and I felt like, oh, like you actually came with something. You said, oh, you're feeding the cleaners. Let me bring this. It was even from TTYF, but it was your initiative to support. When I was defending my project, you came all the way from CST to my war suit. Came not as if you're even going to be in the hall, but I think that it was really those things that kind of just really. I realized that because you're building a life with this person, the wedding is not just for the pictures or how good this person looks. So I think that we must always go from the non-negotiables, the important things,
So,
to the negotiables.
there's-
Before you
Yeah.
interject, I also think that the sparks are also important. If it matters to your spouse or your spouse to be, and it's something that you can afford, I think that it's also important that if you can, you go the extra mile to be romantic.
That's important.
Because sometimes relationships don't
Jesus
last.
boys be like, what's Valentine? I don't be.
And then sometimes relationships don't last, not because people don't have the essence, but because they don't really want to go the extra mile to be romantic. So I think that balance is extremely important. Let me let you go on.
I think one very important thing that people can really learn from our story is how you were very content, the little things. So I was even trying to tease myself and, the way I went about the engagement, and it was even as if I was doing something sacrilegious. You were like, no, I mean, it was very nice, it was very romantic and all of that.
I
So
married you. Like, I think that for me,
that's the thing. People won't even understand that you always spoke like this before I became me.
to me, you've always been you. So
Yeah,
I don't really,
yeah. But that's so I want you to unpack that, because some people, in fact, some guys are under a lot of pressure. I have to drive this type of car, live in this type of house, before I can even think about marriage. There's just a perception out there, and I know there's a balance, but a lot of people see maybe a power couple today, but you saw this from miles away. When we're not anything close to what we are seeing now. So I
think I don't me. I
be-
don't.
because we have to find a way to systematically explain that line of thought and thinking,
Okay, let us try
so
now.
that some people today
Can get it.
can
Okay,
get
so
and learn
let
from
us
that.
begin to try.
Mm.
This is a very difficult question.
Yeah.
Let me attempt to try. I think that for me, I've always been very particular about seeing people for their values. From the very beginning, seeing people for their values. I think that the true quality of a person is not in the amount in their bank account. It's in the person they are. Because amount in bank account can change, even looks can change. But many times, who that person is at their core is who they're going to be practically for the rest of their lives. They might need some brushing up, they might need some adjustments. But if you find somebody who is a quality person, it might be a short, cute guy in 200 level, but he loves the Lord, he has an overwhelming sense of vision, he's kind to people. I think I'll never forget when I always tell people that one of the reasons why I said to date you was my mom said, this guy is a people's person. You're already doing ministry, you were doing big things, but she liked how friendly you were. Like just being respectful and friendly, laughing, smiling.
Oh, your mom always believed
She
in me.
always like, do you understand? So I think that is important to, first of all, not know any man according to the flesh, in terms of learning to discern people by grace. I think that there are so many people who are spiritual but have not learned to translate that spirituality into their perception of others. You can't be a spiritual man and be judging someone by their
What do you
family
have to say about
connections.
materialism? And the culture is so strong that people don't even see it. It's just
That they are materialistic.
because some people even joke about it. Like you see memes about the type of car that he or she must drive and this and
I think that people don't always learn except they are forced to, or you repeat time and time again. A man's life does not consist of the abundance of the things he possesses, and if you have to be rich to have a happy marriage, it means that all rich people will have happy marriages and all poor people will have unhappy marriages, and it's not so. When we always joke that we saved for almost 2 years to pay our first house rent of 350,000, but I don't think I would exchange that experience for anything. I think that you've always really been a quality guy, and it's always been obvious to me. And there was just a confidence that you had, but yet a humility when relating with people. And I think it's also largely a grace thing. Like just me, if I didn't have that,
and just the fact that till tomorrow I have no iota of doubt that you didn't marry me for anything that I have now. I don't know. I think that's something very special.
yeah, I think that the things that you have now are an added like benefits, like your next car, you can dress. But I think that you.
I've always been dressing well. You don't start again.
Okay, sorry.
Nigerian, you have started again.
Sorry, I won't say anything.
No,
about
don't mix my history and your history.
I'm just thinking of the clothes you used to wear, and it's not coming to me.
Nigerian,
It's not coming to me. Okay, let me lie. It's your live video. Pastor has always been a
check
dresser,
Facebook.
but nobody believes me now.
People, you don't have to believe
Your
her.
white suits you were
Don't
swimming
believe
inside.
her. Don't believe me. Check Facebook.
You're not talking about parachute.
Go down memory lane.
That white
Check.
suits look like this. Or is it black? The one with purple striped shirts and black suits. That was begging you. Keep some hair.
That-
You were shaving your hair.
that was
going
a
apart
TM
from
Louis.
beginning to the end. I told
That was a
this
TM
guy,
Louis.
I said, Emmanuel, if you keep
See,
some hair, it will be better. He said, you
Nigerian,
shave everything.
you
Your
don't
ball was showing.
understand.
Everything.
I didn't have a barber who could manage my hair. That's a talk for another day. But I've always dressed good.
I'm not remembering that shoe. You know
Always.
that shoe that was like
Yeah, I didn't have many shoes and I didn't have money.
No, not did he have many shoes. He had one pair.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
Now,
But
so
it,
what are you
but it
saying
looked
now?
good.
You are fine normally.
It
But have
looked
you
good.
always been a dresser?
Yes.
Okay.
Check Facebook.
Okay.
Check Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I've agreed now.
Since
You take from
2008.
where no man pursue it.
Since 2008.
You've been a dresser.
Yes. I didn't have a lot of clothes, but I did my best. Uncle G day here now.
Okay.
Am I? No.
No problem. Let's get back to the point.
Anyways.
So when he didn't have money, I still felt like it was a priceless. I didn't want to say piece of. I felt like it was a priceless guy.
All right. So I listen.
And it's also a great thing to like just. I think maybe that's why I was the one for you, because I could see it. Maybe that's
The thing
also
is, even if we didn't have half the influence we do now, you were going to be happy.
yes,
That's what just
definitely.
So I think you need to find a way to. It comes naturally to you, but I think it's something you have to systematically imbibe. Okay, so there is something about your upbringing. Upbringing too. Your parents are just the most amazing people. In fact, your if I may say this respectfully, you will never really know how well your dad was doing financially if you entered. You guys live the modest, low-key lifestyle somehow, and all of that, But
I think my parents were really good at teaching us contentment. And they were really good at teaching us to understand that we were rich in the things that counted. Because by the time all of us had gone to school and done masters, my parents had not lived in their own house. But they had really taken out time to invest in us as people. And so it was just, I think growing up, just sort of your worth was in a person. So I never had conversations about who is rich, who is not rich. It wasn't really something that we had growing up.
I just want to beg you, if this is the only thing you take from this life, please, there's a lot of pressure. Some people won't even give that guy a chance, because one other guy who treats you like you don't exist, but he has money, now becomes a strong contender. I think it's a sickness that we must end in this generation. So I want to beg you, if that's the only thing that you can learn, anytime you think about us, just remember this. All right?
Money does not make marriage work.
A man's life, a woman's life does not consist in the abundance of things he or she possesses. All right. So having said all of that, Apostles is coming.
Oh, have we finished Love and Purpose?
Yeah.
But there are more things I would like to add.
Please add, my dear. Go ahead.
Just kidding. Apostolos is coming.
I mean, we can do part 2. It to be an honor.
Maybe when you give me enough notice.
Now I'll give you enough notice. You're a big deal. You're Lajairan.
I am Pastor Iren's wife.
But you're Lajairan. Your own right.
Yeah, but I'm Pastor Iren's wife, like the only one.
Yeah, actually, and I've never released the movie
you're
before.
You're Iren's husband.
I'm Lajairan's husband.
You're balling.
Do you know sometimes when you're preaching, I'm just like, this babe is coming home to me. Now, so pastor, weird. Now my babe.
Your apostle is my.
That doesn't seem right.
I have a lot to say, but you can't bear it now.
All right. Oh my God. Anyways, this was fun.
Yeah, it was actually. Thank you for having
22nd of July, Apostles is coming.
Yeah, and 22nd of July happens to be 11 years since we graduated.
Amazing.
And
amazing.
Then we started dating 30th of July 11 years ago.
Yes.
So it's a very special season.
Amazing. Very, very special season, actually. What do you have to say about the album?
I am training. First of all, I want you guys to know that I, the wife of the apostle, Maste, I've listened to all the songs on Apostles.
Show off.
Ladies and gentlemen. Where's my camera? Is it this one or this one? You are not even ready.
Oh my God.
If you think you are ready, you are not.
Some publicity.
You are not ready. Apostolos. Hey! Jesus Christ. I've listened to the songs. I've threatened Pastor that I was going to leak them. That's why I eventually decided to release them. Because the world needs to hear the songs. The voices. As in Pastor's voice. Wait now. Pastor's voice. I was like, are you the one that sang? His voice is so powerful. Like, and so sweet. Very, let me not say S-A-X-Y. But very love. As in, no. I'm not a music person.
When you first heard the album, you came to me and you said, I'm so proud
of you.
And it came from the core of your being. And
when you now said my debut, I said debut. So it's your first album? Are you serious? Like, and then just the guest musicians, like really bringing their A game. Hearing Sinach and my husband's voice together. I'm like, I've actually made it in life.
Sinach is.
Then
E.
Daniels,
Baju, all brought their A. As in.
And
a lot of pleasant surprises.
And wait, it's my husband's album. And you also understand, the reason why you guys have waited this long is because of the quality that has gone into the production. The ones that have videos, the quality, then the sound. It's like you're in heaven. Hey, carry on.
Thank you so much. I think she said enough. So anticipate Apostolos. You're going to be so blessed. Tell someone about it.
Life.
Hashtag Apostolos is coming. Apostolos is coming.
I have a mandate from the heavens. Okay, you don't know it.
Good.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Cut that part. I'm giving them expo. Sorry, I'm so excited as you can see. That's the next line. Okay, I will not say.
They don't know that song. All right.
You don't know the song. Oh my goodness. There is new song you people don't know on Apostolos. I don't think you want to have me on your album because on your life because I've embarrassed myself. But it's worth it. Apostolos is worth it. I'm so proud
This
of you,
is
Pastor Irene.
typical Large Irene, like since I've ever known you.
No, but
Always
really,
been,
it's really a good album.
yeah, but always been a firm supporter. It's just a sweet.
But who no go support good thing? Like I don't even get it. You're just being dramatic. Anyway, anything you need to do to watch Apostolos over and over again. If you need to take leave, so you watch it for morning tonight, it really is incredible. Let me let you close your video. I'm so proud
Thank
of
you. Thank you so much.
And
And thank
everybody
you
that
for
put in
doing
work.
this with me. I love you.
I love you too.
All right, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so immediately. And if this blessed you, learned a thing or two, please share with someone. God bless you.
Yeah, is this on this album on this thing we're releasing Apostolos?
Yes.
Okay, so this is why you guys need to subscribe so that we have more people watch the initial videos and it makes
Yes.
it trend easily. So share these videos and more people can subscribe ahead of Apostolos. And
Yeah.
what time is it airing on the 22nd?
That will be 2 p.m.
Okay, so 2 p.m. on
Friday, right?
Friday.
Yeah.
Please be here.
We're not